get what you're saying, and
As
I've never
a person,
been mean.
you guys seem like good people.
I've never been
Your
mean.
tactics may be a little bit warped, but I'm going to tell you, I've said things and I've done things on Facebook against you guys because in the fit of the moment, sometimes you snap. But I'm going to tell you, the way you guys are following these people around after they've already told you they don't want you to bother them. And it comes down, it comes down to the fact, as a person, just as a freaking person, and y'all want a free society. Y'all want to have people, neighbors that are all help. You know, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, why don't you leave these freaking two people alone?
As soon as they leave people alone,
but
I'll stop asking questions.
Okay, but how many people have asked you to help them not get a freaking ticket? Nobody. You're just doing it. Okay, after you start doing it, there are always going to be people that say, "Hey, thanks a lot. That's a good idea." I think it's cool. I mean, you got to do it while the parking meter people are walking around. Do it when they're not here. Put meters. Why ain't you doing it then?
Because it's not as effective.
It's not as effective.
It's not as effective.
Harassing people.
No, it's not about harassment. It's about preventing tickets. It's not about filling the meters. If I put money in a meter and the car moves before the enforcer would have walked by, I wasted my money.
Right. So why aren't you guys out there today on the day that they're not working putting meat?
Because it would be a waste of my money. There's going to be no tickets issued.
The objective is to save people from getting a ticket,
I see what you're saying,
not to feed meters.
So
I have offered.
But let's just
I've gone on the record
as a person. Can't you guys, like I just asked you, can't we come to a compromise until after the trial? You guys just leave these people alone.
I don't feel like I'm bothering them, and I'm on the record. I have video of this. I have made an offer to Jane. I will stay 50 feet in front of you if you tell me where you're going and you're predictable.
But they don't have to tell you where they're going.
Yeah, but why not?
They don't know
if
where
it's
they're
not
going.
about revenue.
They don't have a friggin' route.
No, but if they did have a route, why don't they have a route?
They don't need one. Why? Is it up to you? Why don't you send them
if
a letter?
It's not
say,
about
hey, I would like the parking people
the city
to have
manager,
a route
John
so
McLean, says it's not about the revenue. If it's not about the revenue, why don't they agree to a route?
They don't. You know what? They've been doing this shit since I was 3 years old.
Well, so
walking
what?
into commons.
Does that mean it's
My
right?
dad used to own a shop right there.
Does that mean it's right, sir?
You know. So
there were people who
Rob.
said. Okay, well, I'm James.
I know
I'm getting
You
excited.
don't need to yell. We're having a conversation. He's the only one who's willing to talk with us here.
No, I talked to the other guy.
Did you? He actually talked to you?
Did
Did you get his name?
No, he won't give me his name. I was fine.
They're part of my group. I don't have a group. I'm not in charge of anything. I just started something and it became viral.
He accused Ian of being my leader, so are you the leader of the group?
Yeah, I'm the leader.
I don't believe in leaders. I don't try and force them on others by thinking someone else is in control or, you know.
But I mean, I'm going to get going here in a minute, but I just wanted to just make one last request before I go, and I want to know what time you guys are putting this on so I can check it out.
Freeman TV Raw is where my stuff's going. I just upload everything.
I got your Free Talk Live thing. No, is that what it is?
That's my radio show.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, who's the girl that she just retired this morning? Who's did the talk show this morning? The girl
Cynthia?
Cynthia.
She retired? She's quitting her show?
Yeah, she just announced it this morning.
Really?
What time did I was listening like at 9.
Before, it was about 11.
Is someone else taking it over?
Yeah, I think somebody else is going to go in there probably.
Prince John, maybe.
And it wasn't because of you guys, so don't go on freaking your shit.
I like
we
Cynthia.
ousted out freaking Cynthia.
I like Cynthia.
Because she did this specifically on purpose because she didn't want you guys to think that. So I just don't want you guys harassing her. You know?
I did an ambush.
She's a really nice person.
I did an ambush interview of Cynthia.
The girl that was here earlier, that was her mom.
That's
stepmom, or mother-in-law.
Her Kay is Cynthia's daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
So I guess the final thought I'd like to say is, you don't have to answer me now, but do you think that there's any possible way that the city could do parking in the downtown without metered spots?
You know, and I've thought about that. I've actually started doing research to see what other towns, but you know, you're talking about bigger towns, like cities like that.
If the city,
like Vermont, like Brattleboro, they kind of got that meter system, and people tried it here, and they just can't get it, you know, and everybody complained. With the meters, I think the parking meters ought to have credit card things in there. Then maybe it would save people from probably not getting.
But how about just getting rid of them?
It would be a very nice thing to do. It really would. But
because
right
in
now,
Newport,
I'm thinking. Right now, I mean, hey,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm here.
Yay.
I'm last of the bunch, I think.
Did you know Newport doesn't have meters?
Yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah. I just wish there was a way to make everybody happy, but
there's never a way to make everyone
happy. I know,
happy.
but I mean, listen, I'm gonna get going, but I want you guys just to think about it and please try to leave. I mean, it's not that you're losing a fight or a battle by not following them around. All right, it's just I
To me,
understand.
it's not about them. I've never.
Right, and that's what the problem is. It's never about other people. It's about
The
yourself.
lawsuit made it become about them, unfortunately.
It's about the ticket.
And that's
But
the
that's
city's
not their fault. It's
That's
not
the
their
city's
fault.
They didn't have to file that
So
suit.
now they're in the limelight and they don't want to be, and they get, you know what I mean? And they're like now in a position where they never thought they were going to be in their life, and it's stressful. And
I
you know
wasn't
what?
expecting to make local
But you know
news
what?
for
You
Robin
guys
either.
know. You guys know when you go out and do your thing and your activism thing. You know you're probably going to cause a stir and you probably get arrested.
But think about all the
That's kind of
stress.
your
I mean,
point.
I don't have any plans of getting arrested. So.
No, but I mean, I think it's part of being an activist is, hey, if I get arrested, I'm freaking proving a
If
point.
you,
I'm
if
going
you
to fight
speak
it.
out, you could be targeted. for
That's
any
right.
reason.
I'm
think-
not going as it because I don't want her on.
Well, I won't publish this footage, any footage that has her.
So yeah, but I mean, I'm just talking. I'm asking, like, before I leave, I want to have some kind of answer. You guys willing to at least?
Well, I would
Oh,
say
come on,
that I've
man.
always been very respectful
I'll even
of
go on your
parking
radio show,
enforcers.
man. I'll go on your TV show. I'll do whatever. I'll
Awesome.
help you. I mean,
You can come on our TV show too.
You're like, dude.
Specify what you're asking.
I'm asking you just to leave them alone. Just don't follow them
I
around.
don't feel like we're bothering them.
Okay, well, like I said, that's you don't feel. That's you being a freaking idiot.
I mean, they could,
You're not-
they could
you're
just
not-
ignore
you're not
us. They could
respecting
put earphones in.
There's
and
two
close
parking
their eyes
enforcers.
for all I care.
One of them
yeah.
doesn't choose to
They
speak to
can't hear
me.
you coming up from behind them, then, right?
No, well, there's two parking enforcers. One of them chooses not to speak with me, and so I respect that request and don't speak to her. And the other enforcer, we have great conversations.
Right.
Right,
But she's
Jane
only
actually
But do you
talks.
know that she's only doing that because she basically is doing that because she has to? She's not.
She
I
doesn't.
mean, she's really doing that to be. She's really a nice person. You know,
Right.
I'm not saying she's being nice because she has to. I'm just saying, in order to create a worse environment by being negative, she's trying to be positive. But as soon as she goes home, all right, it's a whole different story. It's like, you just can't believe my day. They made my day miserable. I'm stressing out. I don't know what the hell is. You know, that's the kind of things that's happening. You guys aren't just hurting. You're affecting their families too. And you know what? If that's what you want to do, yeah. And if that's what you want to do, then
to
I
me,
think
it's
you
not
guys are
about them. I don't-
negatively affecting. You're not being an activist. You're basically hurting people.
I mean, I've had a lot of footage of the parking enforcers calling me names. I've never put it out. I've never made an issue about it.
But
To me, it's not. And I don't know how to
I'll
convince
call
you
you
of
an
this, sir,
idiot. I'll
but
call you an idiot all you want.
well,
But you know what?
it's not a personal thing.
right.
I don't care about the person. I care about the tickets they're issuing. And I don't know how to make
You should care
that
about
clear.
the person. You should start thinking about them.
Well,
Come
to me,
on.
it's like let's
Were
say
you
that
bullied in school? You look like somebody who was probably picked on. Would
I
you
mean-
like the guy that stuck up for you?
I mean,
now that guy, I mean, come
of course
on.
I was picked on.
All
but,
right,
you know, well,
stop picking on people, man. You know
I
how
don't
it
feel that I'm
feels.
picking on anyone.
Yes, you are.
I feel like the city is picking on people by issuing tickets.
Rob, if
It's not. Listen, man. you
if I
guys
were
are just-
Just like
insulting
Jane doesn't
them.
consider what she's doing to be picking on anyone, I
She's
don't
not
consider what
picking on
I'm
anyone.
doing to be picking on anyone.
Think about how people feel when they get a ticket.
It's just
It's-
the law, so
it's
just
ridiculous.
do something to activate changing the law
Hey, Jesse.
in a positive way.
They,
No,
they're
let's
not gonna
petition
change
the.
the
See,
law.
they don't believe in the government. They don't trust the people.
I'm running
the
for
government.
city
So
council,
when they
actually,
Petition
so.
the government. When they petition the government, they're automatically going to assume that they're not going to be taken seriously. And yeah, so see, that's how you think
I mean,
already.
what I'm hearing you say, Rob, and this, correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying don't ask them questions.
No, ask questions, man. But
But I have to be
if
near
they
them to
give
ask
you-
them
but if they-
questions.
But listen, you don't have to ask the damn parking people nothing.
But that's what
Leave
you're saying.
alone.
So you're saying don't ask them questions.
No, yeah, I'm talking about them. I'm saying don't
Right.
ask a cop a question. That's
No,
different.
but you mean the
But
parking
I'm talking about the
enforcement.
I mean,
parking
I can
enforcement
show you
people. I'm not
footage
talking
where
about everybody in general.
I started the day, I didn't say a word, and Jane engaged with me.
Yeah, because you were there.
Should I just
You
remain
created
silent?
the situation. You see, you show up at
She
8:30
chose
when
to
she's
talk
ready
to
to
me.
work. If you show up, yeah, but I mean, come on, she has to. I mean, she's
Well,
not.
She doesn't have
She
to.
took
I
the
talked
job.
to her
She didn't
both
have to
on
take
and
the
off
job.
Camera, so I totally respect when
She
she
didn't
wants
have
to
to
talk
take
and
it.
when
It's
she
like
doesn't.
telling somebody, hey, you don't have to work. You know, you don't have to work 9 to 5.
She
or-
used to be a drug
you know?
counselor. She could go back
She
to
didn't
doing
want.
that.
You know, oh, she can. Come on. Maybe you could go back to school. Maybe you guys
I don't
can
know
go
if I'd wanna
grow
work
up.
that.
I mean, come on. Come on.
I don't want to go back to school.
You guys
man.
You guys are saying things that are ignorant.
Oh, school was a
now.
great vacation. I mean, I learned a lot. So.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So what
Sure
about
your parents are
what about the
proud.
way people feel when
Oh,
they
yeah.
get a parking ticket? I mean, that nasty
I know-
feeling in the pit of your stomach.
Oh, I'm sure it's so.
Haven't you ever
freaking
done
bad.
that?
It's such a bad feeling when I have freaking PTSD from a parking ticket. Come on, guys. You know you're not supposed to ride a bike on the friggin' street or you're gonna get a ticket, but
Oh,
you
I
do.
ride my bike on
I
the
know you
sidewalk
do.
all the
I'm
time.
waiting for you to run over me.
No, I'm never going to run over anyone because I do it safely, and I'm conscious of the people around me.
But still,
Because I don't want to be run over by
it's a
anyone
little
else on a
infraction.
bike.
It's still a
so-
little law, though. You're just gonna break that law. You know?
Yeah, it's called scofflaw. If the law is unnecessary, you just break
So
it.
do you come to complete stop at every stop sign?
Nope.
Drive the speed
Nope.
limit? So,
Right.
I mean, it's a ridiculous law.
No.
man.
Keep
The
it
law
so
should
sane.
be
I
don't
speed
hurt
wicked
anyone.
fast too.
The-
I drive my motorcycle over there. I go 90, 95 sometimes on a 40.
Maybe the law should be don't
All right.
hit anyone with your skateboard.
But
or
I
bike.
know damn well if I get pulled over, I'm getting busted. You see, I'm responsible for my actions, and I know what the consequences
You
are.
won't challenge
So
it?
therefore, why would I challenge it, dude?
Because
Say
you didn't
it's-
hurt
it's
anybody.
Not practical.
I
Why
didn't hurt
should you be-
nobody.
Yeah, why should the state be bothering you then? Don't
You
they have
know?
better things to do?
Because it's a friggin' law.
So do you slow down like
See, now he's coming up with analogies.
Well,
It's
No,
also
that's
it's
it.
also a law that you can't play sports on Sunday in New Hampshire.
Yeah,
Do you know
it's-
that?
Yeah, I do know.
They don't enforce that one.
No,
right?
no, but you're talking old English law now. Come on,
It's
guys.
the law.
It's the law, but like I said, see now you guys see that. Oh, I know guys like you. You pick up the little things and you bring them back. 'Cause I used to do. The
But
same
there's
thing.
bad
It should be
laws,
about
right?
They're bad
There's
laws.
bad
but Come on
laws.
now. I mean,
Yeah.
in North Carolina, on a Sunday, you can bring your wife down to the freaking city hall and beat her with a stick the size of your thumb. All right, you can do that
Well,
still
I think
on
that's a
law.
terrible
I'd say that's
law.
against the real law,
But-
the natural law. That
But
you
it's
don't
a
hurt
law.
others.
It's still on the books. It's legal.
So I'd say that.
So
that
if
would
I
be one
went
that
down
people
there
should
with my
disobey.
wife and I started whapping her with a stick, you think I wouldn't get arrested?
You'd still get arrested.
I could challenge. All right.
Yeah, it's
so
wrong to
come
hurt
on.
other people. It's
So
wrong
exactly.
to
So I mean, I just
do
wish
harm.
you guys would come to some common sense and let's all agree that you shouldn't follow these girls around until after the trial. It's not saying you lost a battle, man. I think you should spend more time on the trial and other activist type things than
Well,
really
spend plenty of
ruin. I
time
think because
preparing
you really
for
these
the battle.
girls.
I'm open to suggestions if you have a better.
See, suggesting, but see, that's the thing. No matter
Well,
what
if you
other
have better
people suggest,
activism,
you're gonna
I'm-
just turn it around and say, "Well, that's not what
Well,
I'm gonna do."
Here's the
so
thing. There's a lot of times.
That's what I'm doing. It's called freedom.
Shouldn't you spend more time doing something?
Dude,
besides
I'm a
this?
disabled veteran. I have a lot of freaking time on my hands. Excuse my language.
Okay, but
Okay.
I mean, you're allowed to do that.
All
I'm
right.
just saying.
I make a
That's
shitload of money.
exactly what you were just accusing them of doing.
No, I'm
Well,
not accusing these guys of anything. I'm
there's-
just saying it's the difference between being an idiot and following people around and harassing somebody, all right? Causing these people harm really because they go home and they're stressing out, and their husband's got it, their wives got to deal with it. Come on. That's different than.
Well, Rob, I'm glad we agree on some things,
So,
right? You said you
I'm
like
ready to
cop
go.
block.
Yeah, I
You
believe
like
it.
cop block.
Because that guy, there's a guy who's the cop that started it.
Pete Air.
No,
He's not a cop.
No, I'm not talking about him. The guy that actually, the cop that quit and started the whole.
Brad
cop-
Jardis?
You know who I'm talking about? Get the
I
long
think you
hair.
mean the
Barry
Fletcher
Cooper?
Rights
Barry
guys?
Cooper,
Oh,
man.
Barry
From Never Get Busted.
Barry Cooper.
I've
man.
met Barry. You know that?
Yeah, he's a
and
cool guy.
he's a
dude.
really cool guy.
Yeah. So that I
And-
see stuff like that.
Yeah.
I believe hey, smoke all the pot you want, but you start.
I've smoked with Barry
you start
Cooper
pushing
actually.
stuff on people, man. I mean, come on.
Barry came to New
Don't be
Hampshire.
sitting out here at the common like I just saw three kids do. I just saw 3 kids over there packing a bowl like it was cool, and I'm thinking, guys, come on. There's a place and time. You want to be an idiot and make pot smoking look bad? That's the way to do it. You want to legalize it and make other people less hey,
Yeah, but what-
go home and smoke your shit.
The point of smoking in public, if you're an activist, is there's nothing wrong with this activity. At least that's how I interpret it. I've
Okay, but
never
what if
smoked
there's
in
children
public.
around
I
that,
don't
you
smoke
know?
weed. So
But,
What about there's people smoke cigarettes with children around?
Yeah, I
Is
know.
that a
And
problem
that's,
too?
I quit smoking after 20-something years, but you know what?
Her parents are in prison, okay? Her parents are in prison because of drugs. Do you
Yeah.
think I want to come down here? Because people are
Did-
doing marijuana and some people are fine just with marijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who graduate onto something more
I got
and
some
more.
friends
Yeah.
now who are stuck on heroin and
She
they're
has
having
high
a hard
risk.
time. Yeah.
well, I agree with you that,
Of
that drugs can be a
being
very
exposed
bad
to
societal
harm.
problem.
So I don't want to come down and expose her to something
Right.
that she shouldn't.
I feel like the solution to someone with a drug problem is not to arrest them. It's to give them help. They need help
Yep,
to do it.
yep.
I don't
Well,
feel
they're
like
starting
arresting
to
them.
do the drug
Yeah.
court.
They're starting to do
prison-
that.
And
That's
I
not
won't-
gonna help
I won't
anybody.
presume to know why her parents are in prison, but like if they have a problem, I can understand that, and maybe we should help them instead of arresting
Because of
them.
drugs. And they are doing drug, they're starting up the drug court. So
I don't know if that's going to help people. I'm not sure about that.
Well, you got to start somewhere, guys. Kind of like what you guys.
Well,
are doing.
the way
Gotta
you start is you
somewhere.
legalize drugs,
Legalize
so
drugs,
you know,
exactly.
so then nobody goes to prison for it.
Even if the laws don't change, if the police just decided this is a waste of our time, we have more important things to do. That's pretty much how it happened in Amsterdam. It wasn't that the law
Yeah, and
changed;
you
they
look,
just
they
said we're
got
not
the lowest
enforcing
crime
it.
rate. They got the lowest disease rate.
Actually, Portugal has had drug decriminalization now for over a decade, And the amount of addicts in Portugal has cut in half.
In half, you know. Yep.
And there's way less crime as a result of that. So unfortunately, you've got some people.
I mean, so this whole war on drugs is a crock.
Right.
You know, yeah. I mean,
I'm
I
surprised
agree with
Kim
a lot of
Diamond
guys.
wasn't here today because she's the one advocating for banning the synthetic cannabis
Yep,
downtown.
yep.
But what she doesn't realize is she's just creating more of the same problem. The reason why synthetic cannabis exists is because the real stuff's illegal.
Yep.
So had the real stuff
Right,
never been
and
made
I
illegal,
know.
we wouldn't have this
Yeah,
other stuff.
It's like with alcohol or anything else, cigarette. You know, hey.
Prohibition doesn't work.
Right.
And anyway,
Yeah.
I'm glad that we agree on some things,
Okay,
Rob.
so
So
listen,
that's good.
before I leave, what's the deal on the? You're not gonna stop following them?
I'm going to continue to be respectful of the parking enforcers. I'm not going to stop talking to Jane.
I've always been friendly. I've always been nice. I've never said anything mean to them.
Okay, so basically, I
Never.
had an idea the other day about the day you guys go out and start putting out your little things on the cars. I'll follow behind and take them off and throw them in the trash.
Oh,
That's
if
what
you
I'm
wanna-
gonna do.
If you want to spend your time doing that,
Well,
I don't have-
I would be
shoot some
more than
video
happy
of it.
to because you guys spend your time so avidly doing that. I'll spend my time
well, how about,
doing that.
How about you be? So the
No,
enforcer
no,
will be
no.
here. We'll be 20 feet in front of them. You can be 20 feet
Yeah.
filling the meters so we can't get them.
No,
How
you
about
guys
that?
fill the meters, and I'm going to take the things off and throw them in the trash.
Okay, well,
Maybe.
sorry you feel that way.
I would
No,
say,
well, I
Now that
mean-
would be a felony if you did
No,
it
it
to
wouldn't because it's public property.
if, no,
Once
no,
you put
if
that
you
on
did it,
somebody's car,
if you
it's
did it
public
to the
property.
ticket,
I've
you
already
didn't let
called
me
the
finish
cops.
my statement. If you did that to the parking ticket, that'd
I
probably be a
wouldn't do
felony
that to the
charge.
parking ticket.
So what if
Why
I
would I
put,
take a parking ticket off somebody's car?
What if
I'm
I
just saying.
put a $20 bill